I remember we hear this massive bang, 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 and we're just like, what's that? So we look out in the corridor and there's my opponent smashing the thigh pads, and he was kicking hard. My first fight was an amateur fight. I was 16 years old, and it came about, it was unexpected. It was 4 days before the event, and my coach just said to me, do you want to jump and have a fight? And I didn't have any expectations. I didn't even think I was going to win the fight. The goal was 24, I was 16. But I just jumped in for the experience of it. And I won't say I was nervous. I never really got nervous. I played in front of a few big crowds when I was playing Aussie rules football. So the crowd didn't bother me, and you know, I didn't really have any expectations, so I wasn't nervous about losing or anything like that. We were out the back warming up, and then me and Dad just looked at each other, and Dad's just thinking like, I don't know, I could see on his face he was nervous, and I still just thought we'll just jump in there, see how it goes, just a bit of fun. And yeah, so we thought this guy was pretty good, and he was. And my music started playing, and we got to walk out, and the crowd were cheering, and I was getting pretty amped up. And Dad will tell you, he said the first fight is a switch. I just hit a switch, and every fight since then, you can just see when I switch on. Ever since that first fight, it was just everything. I think every single technique that I learnt in training, I used that night. And I think the way that fight went had a big part to play in why I chose to pursue a career in MMA and just give the football up. So we hopped in, we touched gloves, it was all good. We stood up, we struck a little bit. We were kicking, punching, clinch, everything, throwing knees. I shot him for a double leg takedown, got him down. I was on top, I was striking from top. He reversed me, he got on top, so I was underneath for a little bit. Then I started going for a triangle choke and some other submissions. And that was the end of the first round. And start of the second round, he walks out and his hands were down low. And I used to love throwing a left switch kick. But I'd never really landed a clean one in sparring or anything, so I wouldn't know how it'd feel like. And his hands were low. I was faking with the hands, and I just switched left and brought it up, and I didn't even think it was going to land. I just threw it out there, and then there's just a massive slap, and he just goes stiff and he falls down his back. So yeah, I won my first fight by a head kick KO, and after that fight, me and Dad were in the car driving home, and I just said to Dad, this is what I want to do. I said, I want to fight MMA for the rest of my life, and Dad said, all right, let's do it. And me and Dad have been together ever since, and it's just progressed from there.